What's going on? What's going on? Come on in. Let me know if you can hear the if my mic is good. I'm out and about. Took the children over to the park to enjoy some weather, and I got some things to talk to you about. I'll give you time to get on in here. Thank you for tuning in on this impromptu live. I have something very significant to share with you. This will be the preview or pre-show for inevitably what will be a disclosure like never before. So I want to get as much attention to this topic as I can, and it's guaranteed to clear up a lot of things that a lot of people have misconceived, that do not clearly understand the biblical doctrines or teachings going to the Antichrist and the mark of the beast. We clearly have been duped. No wonder it is called the Great Deception. Let me know how my mic is in the comment section before we really get going here. I'm only going to give you a taste of what will later this Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Should be full disclosure. All right. So, but for today, I'll just give you a taste of this groundbreaking discovery and truth that you can really only find here at KnowledgeWell Media. We play no games. Let's see here. Joseph Henson's in the house. Thank you for being here. Joseph, how's my sound? Distortion probably due to wind. Okay. There is wind. Is it bad enough? So should I disconnect this earpiece and just talk directly into the phone would be my question. As you know, the mics can be very sensitive. So if it's bad, I can definitely disconnect from the earpiece. You aren't clear. I can't understand what you're. Okay. One moment. I'll take care of that. Let's see. All right, how is that? Is that better? Is that better? Just a little distortion. I can't understand you. How is that? How is that? Is this better? Thank you for tuning in, Terry Camp. Thank you for being here, Joseph Henson, as usual. I really appreciate you all for being my support of my foundation. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Can you hear me better? Just a little distortion. Okay, so ask Terry. Terry, just a little distortion. I can understand you clearly. Terry, is this better than me having the headset on? Is the wind really bothering a lot? All right, so this is better. Joseph Henson says yes. Terry, are you saying you could? Okay, it's a little bit better. All right, I'm not sure what else I can do. Let's see here. I'm on myself. Let's see. Okay. Joseph, you're saying you can hear the wind, or are you saying you can hear me a little bit? In other words, is this clear enough that we can get the job done for the time being? Give me a definitive statement about the quality, sound quality. Somebody, anybody. That was very clear. And can someone give me just a straightforward answer? Okay, you are clear now. Thank you. All right, that's what I needed. Thank you. Okay, you are clearer now. Okay, Terry says I'm clearer now. All right, so look, this is a pre-show. Thank you both for being here. Obviously, don't forget to hit the thumbs up when you come on in. Listen, y'all. Hey, well, I'm not even going to go there. I was going to say anybody that misses it, that don't show support, that takes, KnowledgeWell Media and the disclosures as a joke, then maybe they don't deserve it. But, this is an important topic right here. And this is steering a lot of people wrong. And a lot of people are feeling like the end of the world is coming. And a lot of people feel like, that God is coming back or the aliens are coming back. When in fact, I'm going to show you matter-of-factly, do me a favor and share this. Share this on your Facebook pages. This is going to be a disclosure like none other. I mean, we do some pretty hard-hitting things here at KnowledgeWell Media, but this one will strike right at the heart of religiosity, misrepresentations, and all of that. So this one's going to set the precedent going forward, okay? This one's going to set the precedent going forward. I assure you of that. This disclosure right here about the mark of the beast, the Antichrist, etc., etc. This is hot off the press, as only you can get it here, KnowledgeWell Media. Everybody else can come after when they hear this, but this is going to be the disclosure of disclosures. Listen, heaven and hell are states of consciousness, for sure, for certain. I'm going to prove all these things. Today is the pre-show. Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is when we'll lay down the facts, as you know we do here. We back up everything with the facts, okay? So there is the heaven and hell are states of consciousness. These are legal constructs of men to control the populace, to strike fear in the hearts of human beings so that the upper echelon and elite can control us with the fear. We know this, right? This is the game. This is the game. What is the great deception? I'm going to prove to you that the great deception is clearly this. Be careful, okay? The great deception is clearly this. And that is that the mark of the beast has everything to do with the legal entities, the legal system, obviously, right? So the beast obviously represents a system, and there are many systems, okay, out there. Please share this to your Facebook page. Get this out there, all right? Okay, so there are many beasts. All of those dragons with the 7 heads and the 7 horns and all that, I'm going to tell you exactly what those represent. I'm going to bring it to you right from the scripture and with facts, okay? You will no longer be deceived by the great deception. What is the great deception? Well, let me tell you. They got you looking for what they call the Antichrist. Do you understand what that means? To be anti-Christ. That means against Christ or in place of Christ. That's what they're trying to tell you. Let me tell you right now, I'm gonna give you a big one right here. Watch this. The Antichrist, this whole construct, legal construct, right, has to do with the 7 days of creation. The 666, watch what I tell you. Look, what is God's alleged number? What is my number? You know my number, 777. Why? Because 7 days creation, 7th day he rested and blessed everything, right? Allegedly, right? As the parable, as the legend goes. Well, guess what? The Antichrist, what is he going to come and do? He's going to come and try to replace or usurp everything that the God of nature, the creator, God, whatever, you recognize him or her as, okay? He's going to come and mimic. He always tries to replace, right? He being whoever the villain is. You can, Lucifer, whomever you want to say, all right? That's not important. You can make up your own boogeyman, because that's all they did in the first place, is make up boogeymans to scare fear, put fear into you to control you. That's all this is all about. I'm gonna expose all of this on Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do not want to miss that show. So with that being said, all right. So 666 is allegedly the devil or whomever, whatever boogeyman you want to come up with, Freddy Krueger. It's all man-made is the point. It's all legal constructs to control you. That's all it's about, and that's all it's been about the whole time. And so with that being said, obviously if he's the Antichrist, or if it's the Antichrist, which is anti or against or opposite to Christ or God the creator, then guess what? He's going to do things that look a lot like the natural. He's going to mimic, is what the point is the point. So 777, guess what he's going to come with? 666, the mark. Okay, so they call that the mark of the beast, which is really translated the mark of the system. That's all it's about. It's a mark of a system, meaning you will be identified, or the mark will indicate, as we did the study this past Sunday, the indicia. Indicia means what? Mark. It means a mark that indicates to who you belong or whose you are. That's simple and plain. If pastors would just teach the simple and plain truth like that, we would demystify all this stuff, and you wouldn't be concerned or misguided about whether you're going to be in an eternal hell or an eternal heaven. You wouldn't even worry about that, because you would know that this is all legal construct, man-made constructs. Okay? let's demystify this crap, because it's all crap in the first place. BB Productions, if you could do me a solid, please send me the link. You know, I can't monitor, and I need that link in order to share it to the Facebook. If you could share it to the Facebook, that's cool too. If you could do it for me, all right? Because we got to get this out there. This is going to be the disclosure of all disclosures. Let me tell you, it's all about the antithesis of nature. This is why the legal order, the legal system, is the depiction or the manifestation of the Antichrist. Why? Because the creator, or the source from which all things go up, created things naturally. What did the legal order come and do? Created legal personalities and artificial persons and artificial creations and all kind. You know what I'm saying? They came and created corporations and things like that. See, that's men come along and do the duplicate opposite. They do the opposite of what nature does. So, you know, let's say it's natural to have, you know, a horse to transport you, right? That's a natural being, right? You can enjoy that, you can ride on it, whatever. But what did men do? Man came and said, well, I want to go faster, right? I want to go stronger, I want more horsepower. So what did we do? We mimicked the horse, or whatever animal you traveled upon. We mimicked that and created our own out of the iron and steel and leather and plastics and all that kind of stuff. See, we create synthetics, aka artificial things. That is anti-Christ. Christ came to die, allegedly, for your sins. What is a sin? Remember, Joseph Hinton last week was telling us that sin is the social insurance number. Well, later for that. We'll get into that on Sunday as well. Remember that? All right, so here's the thing. So what is a sin? A sin is a moral wrongdoing. What does it mean when you say a moral wrongdoing? What are you saying? What you're saying is you're doing something that is against the laws of nature. That's what sin is. That's why it separates you from God. Who is God? The source from which all things come up. God can be anything that you look to for as the source from which the idea, or where did you come up with that idea, you know, all those kind of, you know, denotations and connotations. That's why gods, there could be millions of gods. It all depends on where you're at, what region of the world you're in, what situation you're dealing with, right? That's all it's about. And so with that being said, Antichrist is merely against Christ or against the natural order. Well, let me ask you a question. In line with everything that we've been teaching, everything that you've learned to date, isn't the legal order the antithesis to the natural order? Huh? Don't you know that you are not a legal person? But see, man came along and created a legal person. Why? Why did Blackstone? Let me see if you've been paying attention from our studies. What did William Blackstone say is the reason that they created legal personalities, legal persons, artificial persons? Put it in the comment section. Let's see who's been paying attention. What is the reason for the creation of artificial persons? We covered this for the last maybe 3-4 weeks. Let's see who's been paying attention. What is the purpose? What did William Blackstone, the great jurist, writing concerning the laws of England, which were the laws that predated the establishment of the United States and its government, where we copied from? We copied from that, and we're going to cover on that, because guess what? I told you that those beasts that rise up out of the sea and the horns on their heads and the dragons and all that represents is, remember it says that one beast gave power to the other beast? England gave power to the smaller beast that rose up out of the sea, and the horns on its head and all that kind of stuff. That's what it was for. See, all of this is figurative, metaphoric. It represents, it's symbolic. The United States being the little horn, the little dragon, or the little beast rising up out of the sea. It came from where? London. That's the big beast, the big one. See? It's all representative. They fooling us. The great deception is that they got you looking over here when it's really been under your nose the whole time. Each and every one of us have the mark. We've been had the mark. So it ain't got nothing to do with you going to hell or being lost for eternity. It has nothing to do with that. This is all man-made is the point I'm trying to tell you. And we're going to cover this on Sunday. You do not want to miss this. I'm going to come with the facts as I always do, those receipts, right? The truth makes you free. You can no longer be deceived is the point. How are you going to be deceived if you see behind the curtain and you see it's a man, right? Operating the Wizard of Oz. Remember that? You can't be deceived anymore. That's the whole point. The great deception can't fool you when you see that it's clearly always a man behind the operation. Then you ain't got to be worried about black swans and red flags or black whatever they call it, psyops and all that kind of stuff, because you know the game. When you know the game, you automatically gonna win. Remember playing the game with all your little brother and little sister? You knew the game. They didn't know it yet, so you couldn't lose. you knew all the tricks of the trade. That's where we got to get to. That's where we are. You KnowledgeWellians that's been sticking with me. That's where we at. We're going to reveal all of this. All right, so let's see who got it. Okay, so I only got one answer. All right, Joseph Henson says the reason for the artificial person, as stated by William Blackstone, is for perpetuity, right? A type of legal immortality and a perpetual succession. Ooh, nobody's been paying attention. That's what it was for. So guess what? God said what? Or the source said what? That man shall only live to be about 120 years old. So guess what we did? We said the hell we are. We're going to live for eternity. Even if we got to create our own synthetic beings, artificial persons, and what have you. That's what happened. And so what did we do? We created these entities that could provide us a perpetual succession and a type of legal immortality. We shook our hands at the sky and said, God, skip what you're saying. We're going to make an eternal being, an eternal entity. You can't stop us. We're going to do it. So we usurped. We participated in the Antichrist, what they call the Antichrist spirit. See? They say your arms are too short to box with God. But we said, we're going to figure it out. And we did. We created artificial persons, artificial beings, artificial entities, which have, again, perpetual succession, right? And they have a legal immortality. Notice it's a legal immortality. That's the gig, y'all. And so the mark, man, I shouldn't give too much. The mark is too easy. I'm breaking it down for you. Coming this Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bring anybody. Bring any dissenter, anybody that's arguing again, that thinks that what I'm saying is not true. Because the facts are going to come out Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Listen, the scripture says what about the mark of the beast? What does it say? What does it say? It says, let him or he that has understanding calculate the number. The number of the system, the beast. Just replace, don't get hung up anymore because now you know. So when it says beast, just automatically know that it's talking about a system. Remember, London is the system, the big beast that gave power to the smaller beasts, which came out from it. That's the United States. Got him. That's the United States, y'all. The United States came out of England and rose to great power. London. Yes, that's it. And so don't get tripped up on when it says beast. Wherever it says beast, plug in the term system. That's what we're dealing with. A system. A bunch of systems, in fact. And in fact, when it's talking about, okay, so let's continue on the scripture. The scripture says, let he with understanding calculate the number of the system. Not only that, it says it is the number of a man. Let me ask you a question in the comment section, see who's paying attention. What is the number of a man? Come on, let's see who gets it. What is the number of a man? What is the number of a man? Let's see if somebody gets it. Who's sharp out there? Who's sharp out there? What is the number of a man? Stay tuned. Hold on. What is the number of a man? BB Production said 6 is the number of men. Okay, but what I'm saying is, what is the number of man? So let's see. It would have to be a number that all man has in common. I should put it that way. So what number do all men, let's just talk about the United States. What number do we all have in common? Oh, come on now. Work with me, y'all. Work with me. I got geniuses over here at KnowledgeWell Media. We know this stuff. Come on. What's the number of a man? What number do you have? What number do you have without which you cannot buy, sell, or trade? Hold on real quick. Yeah, hold on real quick. I know the sound went out. Okay, so Joe, okay, very good. So 2 of y'all got it right. 1 of y'all, well, we'll talk about that one, Joseph. It's not the CUSIP number on the birth certificate, but you're not wrong. let me just say, you're not wrong. Okay, it's just there is one specific number that we all have unanimously, and that is again the Social Security number. Okay, so that is, I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove to you on Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time that that is in fact the mark of the beast. I'm going to show you. Watch this. It's gonna make sense. All right, go this way. No, you got to play by yourself. Play by yourself. I'll be right there. Okay, so that is in fact the mark of the beast. Thank you. BB Production says don't forget to drop that like and share as you come in. Thank you very much. So yes, in fact, that is the mark of the beast. I'm going to say that matter of factly, no joke, no fluff, no cap. Now you'll say, well, how can that be the mark of the beast, right? How can that be the mark of the beast if, this shouldn't just be the United States, right? This should be around the world, right? It would have to be something that everybody has, every man or woman has, right? And that's where, let's see who said it. Joseph said it's the accusative number on the birth certificate. Here's how it works. Here's how it works. Watch this. Here's how it works. The social security number is the basic number that everybody gets. Now, you have a social security number. In Iran, it's called something different, but it doesn't matter. The state hands every birth, every baby, a number, an identification number. We just call it a social security number. In Iran, it's called something else. In Israel, it's called something else. But nonetheless, every single individual born in a country or whatever is registered, okay? And they are assigned a number. Now, here's the kicker. It says without that number, you cannot buy, sell, or trade. So in every nation, as a registered citizen, okay, as a registered citizen, you are given a separate capacity, or what's known as an associated capacity, in order to participate in commerce and trade. They have to be able to track your expenditures. They have to be able to track your expenditures. They have to be able to track your taxes. They need to be able to do all that. Every nation, right? Every nation, you pay taxes to the king in some form or fashion. So there is a subsequent number is the point. Now, when it comes to your driver's license, when it comes to your birth certificate, when it comes to all other instrumentalities of state, articles of state or whatever, all of those are tied into the main number. That's how it works. In other words, my social security number is also, my driver's license is also affixed to my social security number, right? My credit cards are also affixed to my social security number. You picking up what I'm putting down? Everything that you have is attached when it comes to finances, taxes, or being, it says, okay, so let he who is that has understanding to calculate the number of the system, for it is the number of a man. It's not saying that a man is going to come forth, rise up out of the sea and become God on earth and start doling out numbers. That's not what it's saying. That's not what it's saying. It is the number of a man. It's not saying that. What it's saying is it is a number that will be affixed to mankind. That's what it's saying. So they got it backwards. See, they're looking for this Antichrist to come and present himself and sit on a throne and all that kind of stuff. That's not what you're taking something metaphoric and symbolic and turning it into literal, or turning it literal. That's where we're hung up at. That's why it's called the Great Deception, because you don't understand, that legalities are not real. They're not meant to be. They're artificial for a purpose and a reason. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know in the comment section. I don't want to just be rambling. I shouldn't even be telling it, putting it all out there, but that's okay, because the most important thing is that I produce the receipts, right? Right now, you're just hearing me talk. But how much more powerful is it going to be when I put them receipts in front of your face? Is it making sense to you? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Put it in the comment section. Give me a 777. Sarah Camp says, yes. I comprehend you are not rambling. Awesome. Thank you for that confirmation. It's funny. Both of you are here, but it's telling me I only have one person watching. Isn't that funny? That algorithm is a mess. Terry Camp says 777. Joseph Henson says 777. I feel myself getting stronger. All right. So we're going to do this Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do not want to miss this show. Make sure you bring the families, bring the popcorn, don't drink soda. Drink water or something else. Coconut water is probably best. But anyways, I'll take any questions right now. I'll allow you to draw from me as opposed to just full disclosure right now. So if you will, give me a question. I'll try and answer for you today. What questions do you have about what I've just presented to you? What questions do you have that based on the information I just shared with you? Do you believe me? Is it logical? Does it make sense? What questions do you have pertaining to the information? Any questions pertaining to the information on the mark of the beast being the social security number? Okay, so no questions. Have you seen the DTCC online manual on how to deposit the birth certificate? It is online if you need it. Okay, so the depository trust company, I think that's what you're referring to. I've dealt with that situation before. Now, as far as, okay, so I guess I would ask why, what is your belief? Uh-oh, hold on. What is your belief in using the birth certificate and using it in accordance with the DTCC? What is your belief? Thank you, Terry Camp. She's okay. Terry Camp says no questions from her. I made it crystal clear. Is that gonna be? Is that gonna be? That's gonna be the one, ain't it? Ain't it, Terry? That's gonna be the one. We're gonna have fun this Sunday. I'm putting it out there. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's Social Security number. It's the mark of the beast. And the reason why it's saying it's going to be put in your right hand, as you remember from Sunday, was because the right hand symbolizes what? Power. The right hand of power. So what they're saying is they're going to give you a particular capacity so that you can participate in commerce and trade. Remember, the scripture says that without it, without the mark, you're not going to be able to participate in commerce and trade. Danielle, hold on. So Joseph Henson, yeah, that's so. Let me just say like this. This is a lesson I learned. Okay, you're free to do whatever you so choose, but this is a lesson I learned, and that is that when it comes to those instrumentalities of the state, it don't work like that. They don't look at that as your property, and so if you take their property to try to, trademark it, patent it, even the legal name and all that kind of stuff, that was a construct, a legal construct that was given to you so that you could participate in commerce and trade. And remember, without it, you can't participate in commerce and trade. That is the mark. The mark is affixed to that entity. It is antichrist, basically. And that means that they have found a way to replace nature when it comes to legalities, when it comes to laws and what have you. They just figured out a way to replace it. That's what they did. And so what they're selling you is that, the scripture is selling you that if you take that mark, that, basically you're going to suffer eternal damage. Okay. And so that's not so, however. Okay. They're speaking metaphorically. In other words, there's going to come a time, it's coming eventually, where they're speaking on the transhumanism movement, where man is going to be merged with the entity, the legal entity. So, like you see in movies, the androids or whatever, you see the humans merge with the machine, right? They're already talking about it. What's his name? With Tesla. He's already doing the link. What is it called? He's already moving forward on that. On the, what is it called? Some kind of link. Okay. Joseph Henson says, I believe you. Okay, very good. No questions from me. You made it crystal clear. Okay. I'm not trying to deposit it. It's just interesting. Yeah, that's not our property, is what it is. It's not our property. I was just mentioning that the DTCC online manual is interesting since these screenshots show how they deposit the legal birth certificate. Okay, so when it comes to those instrumentalities of the state, the other thing to consider is that they are of the state, they belong to the state, so they are for the state's usage. Okay, Neuralink, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Okay, that is specifically, that's the background stuff that's happening that the state does to meet its goals, meet its finances, to balance its budgets, to do trade, because the states do trade too, right? They do trade too. So that's the background instrumentalities necessary for the conduct of the government, of its finances and stuff like that. That's not for, remember, they're looking at us as members, as citizen members. Okay, that would be equivalent to you as a member of your local club, whatever it may be, a country club or whatever. That would be like you ascending to the CEOs or the founder level and start messing with their books. You're just a freaking member. Who told you you have the right to mess with our books and our finances and all that kind of stuff? You became a member here to take part in the benefits that we afford you. We never told you you can come up here to the executive suites and offices and penthouse and hang out, put your foot up on our glass table and start budgeting and messing with our, our background documents and all that, our foundation documents. Do you see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Yeah, private member association. Yeah, and the unincorporated associations as well, right? Private. PMA, okay, yeah, PMA of the U.S. Well, yeah, like an unincorporated association, basically. Exactly. We have to recall and remember that, man, this. If we could just get this, a lot of people will stop being hurt by misinformation and disinformation. Listen, you were invited into these wealthy tycoons, George Washington, all the founding fathers. You were invited in or granted citizenship into something that existed. They set up. Now I know, that there's the colonization and all that kind of stuff, the enslavement. There's all of those considerations. I'm not arguing as to whether that's right or wrong or whatever. That is not the consideration. They colonized. They beat the indigenous people and got them off the land, and then they put their stamp or their flag in the ground, excuse me, and they set up camp and started operating. That's what they did. So they won, is what it is. Whether they cheated or whatever, they still won. Unless you got the bigger military to overtake them, which you don't. We don't. So that's just the point, right? So with that being said, they instituted their legal system, American jurisprudence, their courts, their governments. They put all that stuff together. Okay? And so that's what's ruling the land. And so you cannot take the instrumentalities of the state and start doing willy-nilly what you want. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. You would be interrupting an unincorporated association or private agency's business. They let you come in the front door and work at the reception desk, and you're gonna start moving up to the marketing and moving up into the finance office, like taking their documents that they gave you. They gave you a certificate which represents your participation, approved participation as a customer or a member. And then you just decide you have this brainiac idea one day. Not you, Joseph. I'm talking, okay. I've been around for 9 years on this. I've been watching all that. So I've even tried some of the things without full disclosure. All right. But the point is that they allowed you to be part of this, a member. They give you a certification document that proves that you are eligible to act in this capacity, right? And somebody has this brainiac idea and sells it to you and says, take that document because there's stuff that is owed to you. Cash in that membership and, send it up to the treasury, sign it, accept it for value, do all these type of things. Man, that's willy-nilly. It's willy-nilly. It's made up. It's untrue. I mean, think about it. It's 2024. You think if that was true, somebody would have done it before now? Sometime between 1911 and 2024, you don't think somebody would have figured that out and done that? I'm just saying. I'm not talking to you, Joseph. I know you understand. You get it. You get it. But that's the lunacy of it. We need to let that stuff go. The truth of the matter is first let's come out of deception. What is deception? What is deception? That you're going to go to an eternal lake of fire. You're going to burn forever if you take the mark. And the mark is going to be a barcode that is put into your hand. Now, I'm not saying that one day in the future it's not. But the point, what I'm trying to tell you is you already have it. You're basically fearing and running from that which you already have. And I was talking to somebody earlier today. Somebody's been in Christianity for 40 years. And guess what they said? Guess what they said? Well, I guess I'm going to hell. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. Because let me get on this. Let me get on my soapbox real quick. See, the religious folks, which I was for 40-some years, they ain't really in this because they really fear God and all that kind of stuff. They're not really in it for that. They're in it because it's a club. and they feel like they belong to something, and it makes them feel relevant and like life has purpose and meaning. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you because I was there. So ain't nobody gonna call me a lie because I know what I was thinking. Because if God truly saw, or you really truly believed in God and God really saw everything that you were doing, you'd be acting a whole lot different. But you really don't believe that that's true. That's why you act out the way you act out behind closed doors. Huh? You think nobody know what you're doing? You human. Everybody do the same thing. We all humans. We all have it's called the human condition for a reason. We all act the same. It's just the game is who can hide it better. Sorry to burst your bubble. The gig is up. Hey, enlightenment is happening universally. You see that ball up in the sky behind me right there? You see that? Yeah. It's a whole different one, ain't it? You feeling the difference, ain't you? You feeling the difference? Yeah. All things that are hidden are going to be brought to light now. This is what it is. Just like that, though, there's going to be an increased darkness. See that ball? Everything changed after that eclipse. Something different happened, and you know it. Now, Joseph. Okay, hold on. Let me get to the first one. So most churches cannot witness the truth since they are corporate entities subject to 501c3 filings, and they are organs of the state. Yep. I mean, Lyndon B. Johnson established that, I believe it was, right? The point of the matter is that all of it, every corporate entity, everything comes from the state. You had to have permission. Now, I know that there's this 501.8 something or 508.1 or whatever that people are, what is it called? What is it called? I forget the other one. Not 501c3, but they think they're getting away because they chose a different one where they don't have to do certain things anymore or whatever. So they think that they're getting away. But it's all comes from the state. It's all Big Daddy states. It don't matter. You cannot run. How are you going to run? How are you going to run? You're going to take his benefit and then you're going to run? So anyways, I digress. But you're correct. You're correct. Okay, you said the sun simulator. Possibly. I know that that's out there. Trust me, my ear is always to the ground on these things, right? So it could be. It could be. I can't even really speak to that because I have not done a large amount of research on that. It could be. It could be. But whatever has happened, the only reason that they're going to bring out a sun simulator, if that were the case, is to cover up something else, right? Okay, so I'm going to go out there and say that the reason that they had to put that up there, if it is in fact a sun simulator, is to cover up the enlightenment that is now taking place. Don't you understand? Don't you notice that everybody is waking up? People ain't buying this crap no more. The youth are certainly not buying the stuff that we bought, and we ain't buying the stuff that our parents bought. 2020, it was a whole different game. 2020 was a whole different game, and that's why they brought out the coronavirus in the first place, right? Corona being the light around the eclipse, right? When the moon is in front, what they call it, the corona, the ring of light. Yeah. And then that happened in 2020. 2020 is perfect vision. And so there was an eclipse. Maybe they eclipsed the sun at that point in time, right? To put the light out. Maybe. I don't know. But I do get... Hold on. So, I forget what I was saying. But anyways, yeah. So whatever they're doing, maybe they're messing with something, and I know it's for a reason. I know that the cosmic bodies are affecting us, whether they're inside of a dome, outside. I don't know. I'm not even going to argue that. I'm just going to say that I know that there is an awareness, awakeness, or whatever that is taking place. The sons of God, the true sons of God, are coming forward. What I'm saying, the African American, so-called African American, is being uncovered, who we really are, where we're really from. All of that's happening right now. And so the other side, those upper echelon who are known as the Elohim, we covered that on Sunday, they're scrambling too. The opposing side is scrambling too to put the light out. scrambling too to put the light out. They don't want us awoke like we are. The gig is up. The gig is up. And so they're going to pull out all kinds of things, including, you know, false flags. You know what I'm talking about. You know, they're pulling everything. No, everything. They're going to pull everything in. Watch what I say. It's going to get so dark, you ain't even going to believe you're living in the United States anymore, which we're almost there, right? Right? Okay. The sun simulator has been up for years, I believe. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. All right. 508C1A. Yeah. Thank you, Terry Camp. All right. Joseph Henson says that sun was yellow when I was growing up. I am 54 now. I believe that something has changed. I believe that a whole lot of things have changed. Absolutely. Absolutely. A whole lot of things have changed. They're just not telling us, but a whole lot of things have changed. Everything is not the same. Everything is not the same. And I've been noticing lately, ever since that eclipse, there was a span of time where they're not even spraying the skies anymore. Right now, there's not a single chemtrail in the sky. Not a single one anywhere. Which is weird, ain't it? Because I've even talked to a pilot. The pilot tells me those are nothing but contrails, right? Right? Just the vapor from the engine. Isn't that weird? Because you mean to tell me there's no airplanes that have flown in this sky at all today? You mean all travel has come to a halt? Huh? All travel has come to a halt. No airliners or airplanes in the sky. Is that what you're telling me? Where are the contrails right now? I don't see a single one. But there's airplanes up there. Huh? Make it make sense. Because it don't. It don't make sense. Joseph Henson says, celestial bodies under the dome. Okay. I'm with whatever right now. Like, I'm taking things in the priority, you know, but have at it. You know, everybody is on their own thing of discovery or whatever like that. Whatever you can contribute to bring this awareness. I mean, it's coming. It's coming so fast right now. Faster than we can even keep up with it. It's coming. It's happening. The truth is being, is put out there. It's out there. Joseph Henson says, I don't vote, but during Trump administration, they stopped chemtrails for a little while. Whatever it was, it was happening. I swear, I was paying attention. I was telling Beth, I was telling, people, look up at the sky. Where are the contrails? Because I know there's airplanes up there. I can see airplanes up there. Why aren't they putting out contrails? But yeah, that's possible, Joseph. I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe, I don't know, but not a single. This sky is beautiful and blue. I haven't even seen it like this in a while. So since they stopped spraying, that gray haze that we used to see everywhere, it's gone. Now we're back to blue, pretty blue sky. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Look at that sun. Not a single obstruction to that sun. That sun just beaming away, and not a cloud is around it. It's beautiful. Back to when I was a kid, how I remember as a kid. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't been like that for years now. Because they sprayed it up all the time. Now, for some reason, they don't need to spray it up anymore. I wonder why. I wonder why. Something is different. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Right? The sky is beautiful, ain't it? Look at it. When's the last time you seen the sky? Are they spraying? Look outside your house. Are they spraying like they had been? Is your sky all sprayed up? Why they stop all of a sudden? Why is there no chemtrail or contrail? They said contrails. Just the vapor from the back of the plane. So you telling me there ain't no planes in the sky? Look at the sky. Beautiful. Like when we grew up. Looked like the Simpsons background. The Simpsons looking at it's back to beautiful again. What happened? Huh? Not a single plane in the sky? What's going on? Look at that big old beautiful cloud up there. Look at that big old beautiful cloud. That thing is huge. And nothing but blue behind it. Just beautiful. I have not seen that in a long time since they stopped spraying. Now, why they stop spraying? What's going on? Joseph said, I am in Brooklyn, Maryland. They were spraying several days ago. I have to go check tomorrow. Okay. So it might be location. It might be different areas, that they're doing that. Where everybody at? Nobody wanted to come play with us today. Great time. Make sure you bring your popcorn, your drinks, whatever. It's going to be a great time. You do not want to miss it. We're going to disclose. We're going to get this right for once and for all. And everybody else who is deceived and is in the great deception, all right, who wants to be there, they obviously want to be there, right? Everybody else that wants to be there, they can stay there. We going forward. I'm not falling for the deception because I know the truth, and the truth makes you free. We let the whole world stay in bondage. You should have been at KnowledgeWell meeting. You should have been there. You should have been there. That's on y'all. Whoever y'all want to be made aware of this truth and to have those facts, make sure you invite them, because it's going down Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for sure. Any more questions? Any more questions? Anything? You know, any questions concerning the mark of the beast, the Antichrist, the scriptures pertaining to it? Ellie, any questions? Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is going up on a Sunday. Any other questions, y'all? Or did you have a question about any other topic? I got that proof hands down. I'm playing no more games. There's only one place that you're going to get the full truth about the legal persons, artificial persons, about the state, the government. There's only one place. It's going to be here. All right. Very good, Joseph Henson. All right, so I've done my job because nobody has any questions. No questions. Peace and blessings to all. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. One day, you know, all right, no problem. All right, one day we're going to get together. I'm going to start doing, you know, because when this information gets out and it drops and people start catching on to it, you know, yes, then we will be coming around. We'll do lectures. We will do all the seminars and all that kind of stuff. Our time is coming, y'all. Our time is coming. Again, I appreciate you all for being here, for your support. And make sure that you invite several people and tell several people to invite several more people, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? I love you all. Thank you for your support. And now you've been made free. The question is, what are you going to do with it? We'll talk to you soon. Peace.